Good morning, all of you, my dear friends. I'm pleased to greet particularly Mr. Ku Dongju, Director General of Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, and all of you, the ambassadors, representatives of FAO, distinguished panelists, and members of the NGOs, and all of you gathered for this great and auspicious event. I'd like to thank each one of you for the time that you've made for this event, to your great willingness and availability, to share this time with us. As you know, it's a great honor for me, on behalf of this diocese, to welcome all of you to this celebration of World Fisheries Day, co-organized by the Permanent Mission of the Holy See, the Stella Maris Office of the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development. And it's an event that we cannot miss because its annual occurrence continues to highlight the problems and the challenges that the fisheries sector encounters, and it seeks to improve upon the treatment of fishers as well as to protect their well-being, their rights, as well as even the environment in which they work in. For several years, as you know, there's been an increased awareness of the fact that fishers continue to be vulnerable to several human violations. They're forced to do difficult and hazardous work for many hours for a very low pay under various threats, which sometimes do not result and promote their own physical and mental well-being because they happen to take the form of abuses, but oftentimes even lead to their death. That's why it is so very crucial to listen frequently to the voice of fishers and to respond to their fundamental needs, their cry, and take and adopt concrete measures to try to be of help to them. The COVID-19 pandemic has not also helped with events, especially with regard to our fishers. It's critically affected various sectors in society, but especially the world of fishing. It's dramatically affected the living and the working conditions under which these and their families live under and work. And we thank God that despite the continuous onslaught of this pandemic, at least it's been possible for us virtually to come together to want to discuss this issue about their rights, about how to safeguard their safety and their rights, doing what is very crucial for all of humanity, because the area of fishing is not only a job that some perform, but it's also a way of responding to several crucial needs of society by way of putting protein source fishes on their table and enable them to nourish and to nourish well. It's also an area that also enables those engaged in fishing to also contribute to the well-being of the environment, the well-being of the sea. For several elements that they take with them to fishing help to generate some fauna under the seabed or riverbed, and wherever they happen to exercise their jobs and to do their business. This year's theme then reiterated the call made by Pope Francis several years ago on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And there the Holy Father said, "I wish on this occasion to address a heartfelt appeal to those with institutional responsibilities, asking them to place human rights at the center of all policies, including those of development, cooperation, even when this means going against current currents." And this is what, unfortunately, we need to deal with. And therefore, the global fisheries industry, which generates enormous revenue annually and provides jobs, but also provide food, as we've observed, is then happy to have all of you come together to discuss and to deal with the challenges that they face doing what is so important to humanity and for their own lives and their own families. This year's theme then rightly calls for stemming the tide, ending human rights violations at sea. And as important as this may be, it's also an occasion to have us all come to this discussion ready and willing for concrete commitments to deal with this challenge. Promoting and protecting the rights and dignity of fishers is a mission that we must be committed to. It requires the concerted effort of all of us, all stakeholders at all levels, and policymakers and institutions of civil society as well. Therefore, at this meeting, we just want to make ourselves and our voices advocates for safeguarding the rights of fishers, protecting their families, and ensuring that they do dignified work and help contribute to the well-being of our economy, exercising work that does not only bring earnings, but also earns feeding humanity. So I wish to thank all of you again for the time that you've made to come together for this event and for your willingness to discuss the challenges that the fishers face, and also hopefully and prayerfully commit yourself to making concrete decisions to protect them, to safeguard their rights, and to help them do their work peacefully and without any harm. Thank you again, Your Excellencies, and thank you for your occasion for this coming together for this meeting. May God bless your discussion. Thank you.